Death Star, the main raid tier. This is the voyage of the SWGOH player base. Its 5-year mission: to explore strange events, to seek out new marquees and new legendaries, to boldly go where no Skywalker has gone before. Hey everyone, Finity from Reality Skewed Gamers here, and we have a pretty interesting week in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Now, we didn't get a lot from the developers themselves. We'll go through the couple of things that they posted, but due to some awesome people from the community, we did get some data mined information. Now, normally, we don't do a lot with data mined information, but the people that found this, the lovely people from Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes Events, SWGOH Events, they have done a great job in the past, and so we find them pretty beyond reproach when it comes to these kind of things. Now, maybe they're wrong, maybe they're not, but their data mines have shown to be pretty accurate over the past few years. So we're going to delve into a little bit about the data mine, but first we're going to cover what the devs put out for the community. Now, the first thing that we got here is really not going to get a thumbs up or a thumbs down. What it is basically an update for all of the players. Now, some of you may only check this video out once a week and not really keep up with everything, so I do want to cover some of the big news topics. Now, what this is about is going to be about account transfers. Now, what they did in the past is through Facebook, they allowed you to have an iOS account linked to an Android device. This did allow you to play on an emulator as well as your iPhone, and if you were on Google, you could get an iPhone or an iPad and link it to it. It allowed for cross-platform play. However, due to whatever is happening in the background, not going into too much detail about it, but they are going to have some issues with the new updates and keeping that together. So they are going to be temporarily disabling the account transfers. So if you have not already done so, go ahead and link your accounts with another one like Facebook, and then link it to an Android device. If you're on iOS, get those account transfers now before this is expired. As of right now, when I'm recording this, they have not yet ended it. So go ahead and get those in as soon as possible, so that way you have that option available. Better to have it than to not have it when you actually need it. But because this is something really out of their control, hopefully it is something that they're going to be able to bring back relatively soon, but neither thumbs up nor thumbs down, just information for you viewers. The next thing, however, will get a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Now, this is our monthly calendar. Now, the monthly calendar usually isn't something that we do a lot of focus on, but there's always the one thing that always stands out, and in this case, it is our login character of the month. And the login character of the month is Stormtrooper Han. Now, there's a lot of different possibilities here. A lot of people think that there is going to be something Endor related, especially since we have the new Rebel fighters with Mon Mothma. It would make sense, and Stormtrooper Han could have some kind of effect with this. They have had other Hans and those kind of things in the past, so just the fact that it's a Han may lead to maybe a Endor Leia coming in here. I mean, there are some possibilities that open up. It could also be that the Empire Strikes Back content is not quite done, but I think they might be kind of wrapping that up, moving over towards Endor and building up that Rebel fighter team. We know that Galactic Challenges is coming, and based on our predictions, we think it's going to be closer to the end of August, beginning of September, as we get kind of closer to the end of the quarter, just because of financial reasons. That usually does have a play in some of this, but Stormtrooper Han may be giving us a little bit too much hope. We've seen that sometimes the characters of the month don't really lead to anything, but I am hopeful in this case with the recent trend of what CG has put out, and so I am giving this a thumbs up.
Business is good.
Now, this brings us to the next part, which is a bit of a data mine, a bit of a prediction, and so we're going to jump into that here, but be wary, once again, this is a data mine, but it is from pretty reliable sources from the guys at SWGOH Events. Now, the guys at SWGOH Events have their own Discord, which is linked down in the description of this video, so make sure you head there if you have not. But they have a channel where they do the data mines. Now, they've done a lot of data mines over the past years, and all the information is there. So I definitely recommend you guys checking that out. But in this channel, most recently, they have an update that came through as what looks like the title update 20 that is going to come out. That title update is going to include the Galactic challenges. Now, what we got from here isn't a lot of technical data, but we did get some general folders and some images that give us a little bit of idea of what is coming. We got some new maps, we got some faction recognition, and so we might see that there's a little bit of some play with these factions, and we can see that some of these maps are there. Now, in the card in the top right, you will have a link to a breakdown of the data mine that we did, so you can definitely check that out for some more details. But the biggest point to come out of that is that one of the maps that they have listed is the Death Star. Now, the Death Star coming to the game in some way, shape, or form is definitely something that players have been asking for a long time. And so I am definitely hopeful that this is going to turn out to be something very good. And the fact that they're giving players the Death Star is a good sign. We got Jedi Luke, we got a reworked Vader, now we're getting the Death Star. Looks like CG is moving in the right direction of listening to the players. We'll see where this progresses, but for now, this does look like a pretty good sign. Now, we got some other images. We will have what appears to be a new currency here. So the new currency is the Galactic Challenge currency. We'll see ultimately what this is for. Lots of new factions. Same factions, graphics for them. So we'll see how they are utilized with this. We have some of the map graphics being shown here. And so you guys can definitely check this out by heading to their Discord and the Datamine channel. They have a lot of the graphics available for you. But again, the fact that they're introducing something with the Death Star gets me excited as a Star Wars fan. So of course, I have to give this a thumbs up.
Because this is good.
So this means now that there are 2 thumbs up for this week. And of course, with 2 thumbs up and the way that I do math, that means this week is getting a thumbs down. No, I'm joking. It is getting a thumbs up. So, pretty simple week, not a lot from the devs, but we got some juicy information from the data mine that I think all the players are waiting for, which is some information about the Galactic challenges. There is still a lot left in the air, which is what exactly Galactic challenges are going to be, what are going to be the rewards, will they help with the player grind, how many times are players going to be able to attempt this, will this be a full test of the roster? I mean, there are a lot of questions, but this was just simply a data mine that gave players a little bit of hope of something awesome happening. I am going to be optimistic about the Galactic challenges right now because, I mean, it's the Death Star. So, with that, I am Infinity with Reality Skewed Gamers. Thank you guys for joining me on this episode of Good and Bad. If you haven't already, subscribe clicking the icon down below. Check out some of our other content. Make sure you subscribe and check out some of the other videos and playlists that we have available on our main page. And I hope to see you on the next video. Take care, guys.